folks. It's Saturday, June the 4th. And as far as the tick goes, it turns out it's a Lone Star tick, which isn't a vector for Lyme's, although it is a vector for the rickettsial diseases, which are like Rocky Mountain spotted fever. And also has been shown to, in some people, create a red meat allergy, which for me wouldn't be a horrible thing, except that if at some point I was somewhere and had some red meat, I could have an allergic reaction. But time will tell. I still need to do some toning on these. I will either get to that today or tomorrow. I think did I show my test print of this concept here? But I need to get some other botanical material because it's not exactly turning out the way I want to. I want it. I just got back from a walk with Avery and it is like super steamy out. Actually, I'm going to use the roots. This is a yellow dock root that I pulled up from the garden, and I'm going to be slicing it and flattening it and using the rootlets in another print. I got some fermented soda. I thought I'd try something different today. I got my ginger bug going, and then I decided to make a sassafras, ginger. I put in some wintergreen leaves and some cinnamon, and then I put honey with it instead of sugar. I have no idea whether it's going to work or not, but we'll see. I just picked some things from the garden. I picked some lavender, I picked some sage, I picked some motherwort, and I have some plantain from the other day just kind of wilting and drying out. And I think I'll do a little jar of tincture with it, and then I'm going to do an oil using the double boiler heat method, and I'm going to use coconut oil with it. So I'll be doing that later. But I thought I'd show you the garden. There's my little motley bunch of flowers from the garden. Avery's kind of worn out because it's pretty steamy out there. The backyard is kind of the same. I'm not really focusing on the backyard because it's been so wet and gray at times that things are kind of growing there, I guess. These red runner beans are doing okay, but we're just not, we got gray skies again. We had like 2 or 3 days of sun, so that was good, but this is just an experiment back here. I threw in a bunch of old cucumber seeds, and I'm just kind of seeing what's going to grow. There's some squash and beans, and they just keep getting chewed by, I think they're little slugs or something. I'm not worried about this garden too much. The yuzu has put out really nice new growth, so I'm happy with that. I've got some of my bitter melon seeds coming up in pots, and I'll probably want to move those so that whatever was chewing them up over there doesn't get them here. Red runner beans. Do you want to come out with me? Do you want to come out? You can come out. Oh, you don't want to come out. Okay, fine. Do you want to come out? I'm not coming in that way. I'm going to go this way and go around to the front. Show everybody how the garden's doing. I don't know, maybe you can see a difference. It's hard for me to tell what's growing and what's not at this point. I think this guy's growing. It's put out some growth. I still need to get a trellis for it. And these guys, I guess they're doing okay. The little raspberries. There's the little fig. Look, there's a little teeny tiny fig on there. Check it out. Isn't that cute? Do you want to come out with me? You can come out with me if you want. I dug up my goji and moved it. I'll show you. I moved it where I dug out the yellow dock root. So here's the hops and the California mugwort. There's some little blossoms on these poor little scarlet runner beans that are just having a devil of a time getting themselves established here. Just not enough sun, but check it out. Pretty little scarlet runner bean blossoms. The roses keep growing, which is good. This, I don't know if this shows any difference in growth. These little morning glories are growing. This clematis is not doing so well. I don't think it likes it so damp, but the tea is doing very nicely. It looks like the sweet woodruff might be blooming soon. I don't know. Can't tell for sure. So this is all kind of as it has been. The elder are pretty much in full blossom. So there's, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 sets of blossoms. So I'm not going to be picking any of the blossoms for anything. I'm going to let them go to berries. There's the mugwort. The oat grass has gotten flattened by all the rain, but that's okay. These morning glories are doing nicely. This tomato's definitely growing. Pepper's growing here. I have some these little red poppies are starting to bloom. I had one the other day. I put a picture on it on Facebook. I like those. They're so cute. Let's see. Let's come back this way. I'm just going to let you look and see if you can tell, because I can't tell what's growing. My rhubarb continues to put out new growth, which is good. I'm going to probably pick some more and make another crisp or strawberry rhubarb something, or make some rhubarb conserve. My little hibiscus is finally putting out growth. That's the kind that you use for hibiscus tea. The Mexican, the Tagetes lucidas, doing well. The flatleaf parsley is already bolting, which I guess isn't surprising. The mints are all doing very well. Red clover's doing fine. The peppers are putting out growth, which is good. So they're kind of getting past being super chewed up, which is good. Agrimony is all blooming here. The Jerusalem artichoke are doing well. All the hollyhocks are getting ready to bloom, as are the echinacea here. Other peppers and little eggplants in here. They're doing okay. They're hanging on. These cucumbers are finally putting out some growth, and I'm getting them to go up the little trellis, and they're blossoming. This is where I transplanted the goji. So we shall see if it does better here. I've been picking some of the little berries off and eating them. They're kind of chewed now. Some of these okra are getting past the being chewed up stage, so we'll see how they go. All the herbs are getting pretty tall. The larkspur continue to bloom, getting kind of a little bit bloomed out, but it's okay. And I'm still waiting to see what these are, because I don't know. Here's where the lavender is, where I picked the lavender. And yarrow's about to bloom back there. These two Japanese eggplant are doing very nicely. They've got some pretty blossoms on them. Let me see. Can you see that? There we go. Bee balm. There's some daylilies in there. Kind of a collection. The tomatoes here are doing nicely. All of these that I planted, and the peppers in between. And I've got some coriander coming up there. This was the last one I planted, and I dug that, but I haven't pulled anything out yet. And the buckwheat's doing excellent. I planted some cantaloupe seeds all around here, and I'll let it grow over this area because this has still got a lot of the wood from the tree in it. So I'll see if I can get the vines to grow over there. These are some of those little black-eyed Susan vine plant seeds there. Here's another one of these guys. I love these guys. They are so cute. And the hollyhocks here are getting ready to bloom. I've been trying to keep the leaves that have this stuff on them, which it's not uncommon. It's actually a fungus. They call it rust, and it happens in humid places. I've got some more poppy seeds and other larkspur seeds in here. Haven't come up yet. All the different little, I put it like fennel, basil, flatleaf parsley seeds in there. Those are all coming up. Calendula are growing. Sunflowers. These basil are finally putting out growth. I have to thin these squash because I bought some plants and then I put some seeds in, and so now they're all growing, but got a little blossom coming there. And here's the big blooming space with the medicinals. The chamomile are blooming. The borage keep blooming. I keep cutting the valerian flowers, and here's my coreopsis, and just a collection of calendula and nasturtium. They're looking like they could use a little something something. I might do a combination of mushroom compost and worm castings and give them a little side dressing because they're looking a little peaked there. But here's the rest of this garden with some California poppies in it. The comfrey continues to blossom, and this digitalis is almost done here. The Ashitaba are doing okay. They look like they could use a little something too. But the new regular Angelica are doing excellent. The meadowsweet look like they're starting to put out growth. Tansy, it's another poppy. And I'm trying to figure out when to pick the seeds on this Angelica. And here's where I was cutting the motherwort, leaving plenty for the bees, because the bees love that. And I was noticing, I think the St. John's wort is going to be blooming in the not too distant future. I saw someplace where, yeah, there we go. So this is going to start blooming. That kind of has a dieback there, and I'm not sure why. Whether a critter got in there and laid down, whether they've just had it so damp, I don't know. But so that's the overview. Things are doing pretty well. So today I'm going to come on this way. I'm going to continue with my kitchen stuff. Oh my gosh. Check out the mushrooms. Oh my goodness. Look at all those mushrooms. Goodness gracious. Come on, Avery. I'm gonna get the things going for tinctures and the plantain oil. And I got an ice cream maker, and I think I want to make some fresh peach ice cream. And so today will be kind of an indoor day. Maybe I may or may not get to the toning today. It may be tomorrow. Come on, Avery. Boy, you're moving slow. I don't blame you. She had a bath yesterday, so I didn't let her go in the river today. And we didn't do our walk where she likes to roll in goose poop either. Come on, inside. And that's it. You know, the backyard just kind of takes care of itself. I'm not putting a lot of energy other than taking care of the lawn out here. I'm a little bit scattered. I'd like to get this better, but I'm still experimenting to see what works here. So, alrighty. So that's it. Talk again another time. Bye.